Well, all right, it's that time. Good morning and happy Monday. My name is E.R. Wolf. I'm joined by my business partner and co-founder, Guy Toole here, and we are on Monday Sprint Planning. So hello, Elify Nation. If this is your first time viewing us and you're a new affiliate, or if you've been an affiliate for quite a while, you know that we host these calls every Monday to get you lined up for your week. We know that it's very challenging to look at the giant picture of our goals and not feel overwhelmed or stressed in some way. So the key to overcoming a lot of that is to break it down into sizable chunks. And what we've learned in development is sprint planning. This is how we develop technology. This is how we run our business internally. We've seen the benefits of this, and we're encouraging you to adopt this sprint planning mentality of hitting things in week segments and really plowing through the week with focus and intent to see forward progress. So as we see people coming on, hi, Shelly, give yourself a shout out. Tell us where you're viewing from. And if you're watching this in replay and you have a question, leave a question below. But you know, we do this every Monday. Okay, we're on the second week of January. If you followed us before the end of the year, you were on that finish strong so we could start fast sprint cycle. Now we're starting fast and we're in 2020, everybody, or 2021. We're out of 2020 and we're in 2021. So guys, second week of January, I want to bring out a few things, Guy, as we talk through this sprint planning, because there's a lot of things that are sort of traps, tripwires for everybody as we begin the new year. First of all, who, if you haven't already, all right, from Nevada, I love it. If you haven't already, have you sat down and taken the time to write down your goals? Okay, not to think about your goals, not to brainstorm about your goals, but to literally write down your goals for 2021. Guys, if you haven't done that, there's a huge thing that happens when you actually put pen to paper and you physically write some things down. You visualize those things. You think about what you want to achieve. Guy and I were also talking about our whys this morning and that you have to have a good why. And Guy, maybe you can speak to some of that why stuff, because guys, this is as much for you guys as it is for us. We want you to see the most amount of success, and we're going to give you the best tips and tricks to achieve that. But you have to follow along. You have to engage. You have to pick up that gold nugget, and then you have to start applying it. So, Guy, talk about that a little bit on the why side of things and why that's important. I know we're starting a new year. I know everybody's ganged up. They've got their resolutions. Hopefully, you've sat down. You write down your goals. And now you've started the actions to accomplish those things, but the chaos of the world is going to come and try to knock me off my pace here. So what keeps me on track?
Absolutely. You know, I think there's so much that we want to bring from the standpoint of conversations with our users, our affiliates, and things that have helped us along the way. You know, ER and I each, we have motivation, we have inspiration from each other and from outside resources. It's not that we are spot on every day and full go. Like, we have our ups and downs, but we understand that it's a process, and that's why it's got to be compelling enough for us to continue to get up, continue to try to make this solution the best that's available for each and every one of you, because that's where we really want Shuffle to be, and that's where we're going with this solution, is to make it the household name, to make it a daily active user application. So if you haven't built a card, if you haven't shared a card, if you haven't asked somebody for their opinion on your card, then what's going on? What is holding you back? Is your why not big enough to say, hey, maybe this application is something that can be very useful for me in my business, in getting me going forward? Because I have to relentlessly be consistent utilizing this. We get people all the time that say, I've been out of pocket for 6 months, 5 months, whatever. We will continue to meet you where you are. Absolutely. But if you implement some of these things that we talk about weekly, you're probably going to see us more on a daily basis, just from an inspiration standpoint, to know that we're here to help support you. You're not going to find a better group of individuals, from Michael, Edwin, ER, Kathy, that is going to make themselves available to you, to support you. Heck, I even sat on phone calls this weekend of people just venting about problems that they're running across. It's like, should I be getting paid to be a therapist as well? But I'm here to help support you with what we feel is going to be extremely beneficial and valuable for you. years ago, I thought about it this morning, wrote an article, and it was about pulling people along. And, I'm sort of starting to think of it in a different way. Is there's a push-pull. Is the push what's going to get you to do things? Or is your pull? And I think a lot of this is your pull needs to be strong enough. It needs to be compelling enough to get you moving forward. ER and I talk all the time about things that inspire us, why we continue to work and do these types of things. And our pull is so strong that we know that when people do things collectively, when they do things with a purpose, they can get to where they want to go. It's just that pull's got to be strong enough to get them there. So ER with my why, that's a lot of why we have created this solution. We have created this for you as intended. It's not about us. It's not about, people in other companies saying you should use us, you should not use us. We're out here saying if you haven't implemented technology into your business, then you're setting yourself up for potential failure, because technology's here. It's going to stay. We just want you to potentially lean in with us and meet us where we're at, because there's things available to you all week. We've got Discover calls. We've got training. I know Kathy tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central has got a training to get engaged in those. You learn so much. Heck, ER and I learn so much when we join those as well. There's so much in this application, which is crazy, because there's users all the time who are saying, did you guys intend to be able to do this? Because this is phenomenal. I think our development team had the foresight to be able to create that, but maybe there's little golden nuggets that you found that are worth showing to everybody else. So don't just disappear from time to time and come back and think that your business is going to be moving forward. Engage. That's pretty much what it is.
Well, and I think you're spot on, Guy. And I think this is part of what we want to spend our time during these Monday sprint plannings really focused on, because it is that relentlessly consistent effort that Guy was talking about, and having a why that keeps you on track to be relentlessly consistent in your efforts. And I think one of the things, especially if you were part of the series, everybody, and if you weren't, we're going to have more of this training coming on. We've got Wednesday training with Edge Global on Wednesday nights. This is Mindset of a Champion training. And I will tell you what, Guy, we engaged with EGI, with Edge and Michael and Edwin earlier in 2020. And it's been a game changer just in reminding me what it means to be a champion, and to sort of get mentored and coached and trained with other champions, guys. And we all have that champion within us. Even if you weren't an athlete or a sports person, guys, that's not what the champion mentality is about. The champion mentality is about getting the work done, doing what needs to get done, setting a goal, staying on track, picking yourself up when things get hard, and really moving forward. And Guy and I are talking about all of these little skill sets, attributes, tools, and tips that are going to help you do that. And I just want to, Guy, take 1 minute to sort of set Elify and the Elify affiliate program aside for a second and talk about taking some of these same tools, this same mentality, and implementing it in somewhere else that we talked about with Mindset of a Champion and Edge. And that's in the wheel of life, guys. We've got to find full balance. You can be 100% laser focused 100% of the time in your business, and all of these other elements that surround your life are going to start to fall apart. You've got to have that balance, but it's about having those little efforts throughout the day on all areas of that circle of life that are going to help you accomplish your goal. And I want to talk about the mindset of a champion. Maybe some of you who've been around for the last year have seen me on the screen. I've been getting a little bit thinner. Guys, 2020, I lost 60 pounds, okay? I had a New Year's resolution at the beginning of the year. I set it for the end of the year, my goal weight at the end of the year, and I hit that goal weight at the end of the year. Now I want to talk a little bit about some statistics, okay? 80 to 85% of people in the world right now who've already created a New Year's resolution, this is week 2 of January, okay? 85% of those people, their why is not strong enough, and they're going to churn out of making forward progress to their New Year's resolution. here is my commitment to meeting you guys where you're at. That same mentality, that same focus, that same relentlessly consistent on each of the efforts. Look, I couldn't have lost 60 pounds in a day or a week or a month, okay? It took a year to lose it. I weighed in January 2nd versus December 31st, and that was the change, guys. And I'm not saying that to gloat. I'm saying that because you can do that same thing in any area of the wheel of life. So if you're talking about your physical, your family, your mental, your financial, your personal, your career,
Looks like ER froze. Not exactly sure, but yeah, I think what ER is trying to get to, and hopefully we're both not froze, is there's so much that you can work towards. And the beginning of each year we set there, and there's rituals, and I think everyone looks at the ritual of setting a New Year's resolution based on it's fresh, it's new, it's 2019 or 2021 now. We've gotten past the whole 2020, and we can work towards something new and fresh. That there's so much that we want to be able to help take you forward, and we just want you to be able to come in, lean in where we are, come together. So throughout the week, I had mentioned. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks for letting me know you can still hear. We wanted to let you know that there's Discover trainings, which you can drive people to learn more about Elify. We will consistently push Elify until the doors fall off on this thing, that it will become a household name solution. We continually drive our development team to work and to look at what is new and what we can implement. We're going to do amazing things throughout this year. We just hope that you would lean in with us, participate with us, experience what's happening, be able to tell others. That's the whole thing about this product, this solution, is it's word of mouth. If you like what you hear, don't keep it to yourself. Tell others about it. There's discovery call tomorrow evening, Thursday evening, Saturday morning. Those will be available. We will present those through our calendar card here after a while in Elify Insider, so you all have access to that. We're working on some great things that will even be easier for you to attend those, even easier for you to invite to those. So those are some great things that are going to be coming from marketing. We're working on those. We got training, as I mentioned, tomorrow. Kathy also put in here in comments that there may be an additional one sprinkled in. I think a great thing that's going to be happening this week is ER and I are getting on a plane, and we're heading south to Texas, and we are going to be meeting with our partners face to face. We are going to be brainstorming what more we can do with this solution in 2021. We'll be able to meet with a few individuals, be able to sit down and chat with Kathy again, getting a forecast put together for training. But we're extremely excited for this week. We will be available to each and every one of you. Continue to reach out to us, continue to connect within Shuffle. If you haven't done so already, go to Discover, search for myself, search for ER, look for Kathy, Michael, Edwin, request connection with them. If you've got questions, reach out to us. We're all available to you all. So with that, ER's internet died. So I am still alive if he's, or live if he jumps back on. But with that, we hope you have a great week. Continue looking out for things coming. I've been testing amazing things from our development team. Things are going to be changing for the better. Absolutely. So we are excited about those. So from myself, ER, whose internet has died, we hope you have a great week, and we will be chatting with you soon. Take care.